Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name's Kylie, and today we're going to do Food Fridays, episode 7, English Baking Challenge. So I put out into the Twitterverse, what do people want to see me bake on my baking series videos, and Zoe from Reader B challenged me to do something British. So she sent me 3 recipes, and I chose chocolate bread and butter pudding. I've never made anything like this before. It's like a hot, it's just called pudding, but it's like cake but soft, and you're supposed to serve it with cream over top. That's kind of a weird thing. Like, it sounds like cake, but it's not cake. Like, it's a literal bread. So we're gonna try it out. So for the ingredients, I need 9 1/4-inch slices of good quality white bread, 1 day old, taken from a large loaf. So I decided, I did buy like a decent quality bread from the grocery store, but they're definitely just regular slices. Then we need 5 ounces or 150 grams of dark continental chocolate with 75% cocoa solids. Very specific. And in my freezer, I just happen to have this. This is Camino 71% cocoa, so not 75, 71. Baking chocolate, and it's bittersweet, so I think it's dark. Maybe not as dark if it would have said just dark, but, and this thing is 200 grams, so I'm gonna like take 3/4 of it, chop it up, and use that. Then 15 ounces or 425 milliliters of whipping cream. So I have some whipping cream. It's 473 milliliters, so I'm just gonna try to not use all of it, just leave a little bit left in the bottom there. The recipe also calls for rum, but I'm gonna leave that out. Zoe said her mom has made it with rum and without rum, and it's both good, so I'm gonna leave the rum out this time. 4 ounces, which worked out to 110 grams or half a cup of, it says castor sugar. I was trying to look up castor sugar. I didn't really understand, but apparently in the UK, the regular sugar they get in the store is not like as fine as ours is here, and it's not really suitable for baking. So they have like 2 separate sugars. But here, like the sugar, white sugar that you would just put like in your coffee, and that's what I bake with, just regular white sugar, that will work fine. Then 3 ounces or 75 grams or 1/3 of a cup of butter. So I had like a stick of butter, like how they have in the US. A stick is half a cup, and it has like measurements on it, so I cut it at the 1/3 cup mark. And that's ready. Then a good pinch of cinnamon. I have some cinnamon, and 3 large eggs. Okay, so the very first step is to cut the crusts off the bread and cut them into triangles. Like if you're cutting them for like a little kid's sandwich, like in an X. So I'm gonna do that first. So the bread is ready, and now we need to put everything else except for the eggs in a double boiler on medium heat, and basically melt it all together until it's all melted and incorporated together. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you over here, or maybe, okay, we'll just stay over here for a minute. But a double boiler is when you have something like this, and you have your pot. You put water in the pot, then you put this on top, and you put the ingredients in there so it melts them without being directly on the heat. You usually won't have them burn. Okay, so I'm just going to put everything in the double boiler and melt it. I'm gonna move the camera over to the stove so you can see. Okay, next step is to take 3 large eggs and beat them really, really well in a bowl. I'm good at that. All right, ready? They're ready. They're ready. Then you have to add the stuff that you melted to the eggs and then beat it more, okay? Okay, the next step says, in a 7 by 9 by 2 dish, layer chocolate, bread, chocolate, bread, chocolate, okay? Breaking the rules again, because this is a square cake pan, and these are 9 by 9. So I'm not really sure what would be 9 by 7 because it would be like a little bit shorter, but that's not as short as a loaf pan. A loaf pan's like probably half. Yeah, I don't know. So this is what it's going to be a bit bigger than the recipe. Oh well. Okay, so I think the key with this is to try to make sure there's enough chocolate for all the layers. But there's quite a lot here. Like, this is a big bowl. And it's probably about half full. So, let's do that. Okay, so now what you're supposed to do is let it cool to room temperature for 2 hours, then cover it in plastic wrap and refrigerate it for, the recipe said ideally 48 hours. So this goes in your fridge for 2 days and then you cook it. So today is Monday. I'm gonna come back on Wednesday and cook it and try it and maybe invite my English grandmother over to try it, see what she thinks about it. I thought that what was gonna happen was that I was gonna probably like over pour and not have enough chocolate for the very top layer. And I mean, there's some spots of the bread that don't have it on it, but I might just take my spatula and squish it down. And also, and it said in the recipe to overlap the pieces of bread, which if you have the right size of pan, you definitely will have to do, because I had 2 pieces left over And these pieces of bread are totally like squished together. And so my pan is like 2 inches bigger than the recommended pan. So yeah, that's just what I found. All right, so I'll see you on Wednesday. Yeah, I just took it out of the oven. I put it in the oven for 30 minutes at 350, and it looks delicious. It thickened up. It's bubbly. Ignore the annoying crying child. Okay, me and my husband are gonna try the British, and it says we're supposed to pour heavy cream over top of it. All right, you first. Pruébalo. ¿Cómo es?
Está bien.
¿Ya?
Ya, está bien.
¿Pero qué?
La crema no me gusta.
¿Qué?
La crema.
Oh, he doesn't like the cream, but everything else is good. ¿Por qué haga tu nariz cuando estoy con la cámara?
Está picando.
And here's mine.
No está bueno. ¿Qué es la crema? Es que nunca la...
Es crema. ¿Por café?
No, crema para que tenga sabor o algo.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera around. Alright, now I'm gonna try it.
Es chocolate.
I don't know. Bread and butter pudding is not really my thing.
Es que
It's okay, but it's not.
leche condensada sería bueno, güey.
Oh, that's,
Con leche condensada, sí.
it's not something I'd ever make again.
Leche, es lo que hay que echarle leche condensada, man.
Like, it's not sweet. No dulce.
No tiene...
No,
lo
it's
que-
not sweet at all.
Lo que sientes es el chocolate nada más.
Yeah,
No tiene alguna...
yeah.
Porque la crema es para que le dé algún sabor diferente o algo, ¿no? Pero... Leche condensada lo tiene que llevar
I
eso.
think I made it right. I mean, I'm gonna take a piece to my grandma. Maybe tomorrow.
Está
And
bueno para las personas que no
we
padecen de
shall see.
azúcar. Para las personas simples.
But yeah, I'm a texture person.
A mí me gusta el azúcar.
I put the cream on it because the recipe said to. Excuse me. Because the recipe said to. But like normally, like I don't want my cake to get soggy. Like I don't eat cake and ice cream like in the same bowl. That's just my life. Yeah, so as the bread gets soggier, I'm like less into it. But yeah, okay, I think that's it for this video. So I don't know, have you ever had bread and butter pudding before? Let me know if you've had it, if you like it. I don't know. And like and subscribe to see more from me. And that's all I have for you today. Bye.